Good evening, everyone, and thank you for taking interest in Design and Technology A-Level at JCG. I'm Mr. Jones, the Head of Design and Technology at JCG, and I'm going to start off by saying how immensely proud I am of the students that have gone through A-Level here and all of their high attainment, and many of them have gone on to do product design. Not all, some have used it to get into other careers and other courses at university, but many have taken the opportunity to go into creative careers. We're a well-established department with an experienced team that have been here, and that gives a certain amount of reassurance for students with their support towards all the studies. So why take Design and Technology GCSE, well, A-Level? Well, for a start, I hope you're going to take it because you enjoy the subject, but also it's very special. It's creative, but it's going to give you a lot of skills that are life skills that you can able to take. You're able then to take forward to all sorts of different areas of the world and your lives. It's an impressive range of skills, and they're current and they're real, and we'll take a look at those. The course we've chosen is OCR, which gives us good progression from GCSE, our OCR GCSE course. And you'll notice that it shares many elements, not all, but it does share many elements of the GCSE, except we are actually taking it to a deeper and higher level. So let's run through it then. If we look at the way that the course is structured, we've got, I'm going to start at the bottom actually, because you're all familiar, having taken GCSE, D&T at GCSE level, you're all aware of the NEA. And the NEA is a design and make exercise over many, many weeks, except this time there's no theme. So you can choose a theme of your interest, whether it be Durrell or marine conservation, or a certain sport that you're interested in, or scientific area. You can choose whatever theme you like to find that context, and then go and see stakeholders and identify your design briefs from there. But as I say, this will be much more in depth, and we pride ourselves in really big prototypes and innovative results. Now, the two exams, number one, the principles paper is very similar to your GCSE, and we'll look at that in a minute. The problem solving paper, which is 25%, is specifically around business studies, and I'll talk you through that. So that's quite new. So there are your three components. Now let's have a look at the principles of product design. We have here, as I said earlier, this actually takes you through products, what they're made of, how they're produced through manufacturing methods, as well as some of the more wider issues like social, moral, environmental. So they'll all be in your questions in that paper. And also here we've got up to about 15% maths, but this will be applied maths, working out using trigonometry, for instance, working out volumes, whatever is applied to actual design scenarios. Very, very similar, 4 sets of questions, and very familiar to the one you'll be sitting at GCSE. Here are the generic design factors. Now this, knowledge-wise, at A-level takes you into basically what makes the economy, the global economy, go round. There's materials and properties, manufacturing and production, digital technologies, ergonomics and anthropometrics, environmental considerations, very big in the news at the minute, social and moral impacts of design, global manufacturing and economics, fashion, style and obsolescence, systems and control, mechanisms and forces, health and safety, and advertising and marketing. Quite a package of knowledge wherever you're heading for post A level. Now, the problem solving paper, as I said, is business orientated. So this will be new, and we will make sure that you are well versed in the sort of business studies approach. But it does give you a feather in your cap, if you like, as well as the DT. We're treating it as a designer in a professional scenario where you are given a theme, like a music festival, and obviously you're going to be asked during the paper to think about product design and solving problems as a product designer, but you very much have to fit in with the rest of the stakeholders, the team, whether it be the council or the event managers or health and safety, or could be the ambulance service, police service. You have to take into account all of the different stakeholders involved in the scenario that you're given. But it's based on problem solving, and we'll take you through that, make sure you are totally well versed in business matters and how you take your design skills into that sort of scenario. Mathematics, I've already talked about. You know, this is it is applied in a physical sense to your products that you're designing, or in the exam you could be given logistical questions in the problem solving exam. But once again, we're well placed. We've got Mr. Coxall in place, who's a maths teacher, to help you through these. But I do want to say here that the girls that have sat the A level in recent years have said that the maths is well within the capabilities of JCG students. Science. Now, science always comes into our designing, but definitely at A level, whether it's biomimicry or bringing physics principles like buoyancy, even down to sort of density of materials. All of that will come into the rich mix that is project work. And of course, even in the papers, the exam papers, there may be a little reference to science-based content. Now, it's not for us to teach this, it's an opportunity for bringing your knowledge in to the mix of your whatever you're designing. We've already talked about the NEA. You know the NEA by now. It does run on the same theme. I've said you'll be going to find your design brief. You choose who you're going base, where you're going base it at, and who you're talking to. And of course, we'll have to expand the outside stakeholder range to make this even more in depth. But we are we're highly renowned for our innovative work and the big prototypes that we produce for the NEA, which eventually help students gain the amazing grades that they do. It's all familiar to you, this researching, sketching, bit of CAD work. You've got a good grounding. Remember, these skills are skills that we've been working with you on since year 7. Iterations, you remember from GCSE, or you'll know well through GCSE, we need to iterate, change and change, develop and develop designs over the course of many, many weeks to come up with something special. And modelling. And you'll notice on this slide, this is a typical slide from a student's work at A level, which you will definitely be familiar with the content from GCSE, but you can see down at the bottom there, there's some the student has put in some calculations of angles, bit of trigonometry there, and also some biomimicry, mimicking flowers and smart flowers to bring into her design. So it's this rich mix of sketching, modelling, science, maths, all come into play. We are well equipped for IT facilities and up-to-date facilities with CAD and 3D printing, and it runs throughout what we do at the moment, not just once, but it comes into our development of the work as well as the final prototype that's made. Talking of which, here's just a few. There's a surfboard rack for a convertible car. There is a paddleboard seat which you put your flares in if you're going offshore, or your lunch, and it swivels round so that you can paddle normally, but when you want to rest, you turn it round and use it as a seat. And there was a lot of interest in that commercially as a product. And we've got a horse grooming centre that goes along on a zip wire across the paddock, and another innovative piece here, a drum kit, which actually fitted into her little Renault Clio, but it gets the whole drum kit together on one trolley and collapses up into the back of the car for quick and easy use. Now, results. I've already said we're very proud. Mostly over the years we've got 100% A star to B. This year we got 100% A star to C, and the C student was, or the two C students were very pleased with their achievement. You can see our results against the national, and it's well proportioned towards A star to A. Everybody tends to go away happy. They all tend to get on the courses that they are applying for. Now, we're hoping to restart the London trip in November. We'll see whether COVID permits this, COVID regulations, and I will give you more information on this if it's looking likely to resurrect our 3 days, 2 nights trip to London. At this stage, a ballpark figure would be £430, but within that you get everything. You get flights, accommodation, all your meals, entry tickets to museums and theatre tickets, and all of the actual activities have a relevance to product design. You can see the design museum there. You can see us walking up over the O2 Arena, and the theatre shows that we pick have sets that are quite intriguing from a design and tech basis. So this package and the valuable knowledge and life skills, as I've already probably told you 2 years ago with the GCSE, this is a great package. This A level will really bring forward and show that you can be creative, innovative, resourceful. You can solve problems. You're original. You can manage projects. You know some elements of business. You know about sustainability. You can communicate on all sorts of levels, whether it's drawing, writing, or going online. You've got intuitive thinking. You can use your initiative. You can definitely use practical skills. They'll be on display. And you've just got this knowledge of the man-made world, which right now the successful countries are building on. Health and safety, ICT, and computer-aided design and manufacture. Valuable skills wherever you're heading. A lot of our students go on to be architects, interior designers, product designers. They've gone into theatre design, packaging design, and several types of engineering. Not all, but I would say most of them. And half of our 2021 cohort have enrolled on design-related courses. A level is respected common currency wherever you're heading, apart from some of the obvious degrees like medicine, etc. So most universities will be very impressed by a design and technology A level and what it's given you. And the industry is crying out for female engineers. It has direct links, and there'll be a lot of opportunities in this field. And there's just a few. We've had hundreds of students through our doors. Just about 3 I've put down of our alumni. Emily Norman, who went to St Martin's in the Field, Cambridge University and the Royal College of Art in succession. She's been a furniture designer for the Chippendale Institute, and now she's studying, or actually she's a practicing architect. Nicole Murray, whether you're aware of her business or not, it's down at the waterfront next to Tiffin's. It's quite considerable, well worth looking at. Nicole did A-level design and technology, went away to do a product design career, and the rest is history, as they say. And Charlie Miles, who's currently at university in year 3 doing an engineering degree, who was one of our Arkwright scholars back in 2017. So I'm going to end on this. You already have a great deal of experience in this subject, so think twice before you leave it behind. For pastures new, we can offer you a lot, and if you did want to talk further, then please contact me at college via email at d.jones@jcg.sch.je. I hope you've enjoyed the talk and it's been informative, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.